Hey Drake and Luke, happy Sunday. Sun is finally out after that rain, so thought I would start a new series where I'm just share with you some of my thoughts and things maybe you've heard before. Lala does these things we call homilies. Aunt Wendy and I call them homilies that she shares with us, so I thought I'd call these Dadisms, little maybe 5-minute videos that just share advice for you as you journey on in adulthood. So my thought for the first topic is finance and money. Big picture is finance and money is a tool. It's a tool for you in life. It can become, it's one of the biggest stress topics. It's one of the biggest argument topics in relationships and marriage, and but it also can be very rewarding. So something we need to make sure doesn't control our lives, but we also handle it in a proper manner, have mastery over it, and are able to use that tool effectively in our lives. So number one thing of advice is to have an annual budget. That is something I usually try and do in January. And so what you want to do is you want to break down that budget into yearly expenses, monthly expenses, and weekly expenses. Your weekly stuff is going to be groceries and food and miscellaneous expenses. Monthly is obviously going to be your car payments, eventually your house payments, and then phone bills and stuff like that. Your yearly stuff's going to be insurance, vacations, home improvements, stuff like that, and then put those all together. So obviously do the math. There's spreadsheets and apps you can use for that. We started using a Mint app, it's called, that brings all our documents together, but it can be something as simple as that you do on a sheet of paper. The nice thing about using an app is that now it'll track your data and you can start categorizing that stuff. So however that works, put a budget together, review it. You can review it quarterly, you can review it, but annually is really the best way. Look at January, look at what you spent last year, look at what you're making, and be intentional about it. Be intentional about saving. By budgeting, we can put first things first. We can prioritize the things that are most important and be intentional about that. So saving, investing, retirement, charity. Make sure you're giving some of the benefits that God's blessed you with. Make sure you're giving some of those away, even if it seems like that hurts a bit. That's good for us. That's good for us to make sure we're both giving back to society and not too attached to what we have. So make sure you're intentional with that and supporting those that have less than we do. Make sure with your Roth IRA and IRA, we can have separate discussions about that, how to invest, but it's important the money you invest right now when you're younger is going to be at work the longest amount of time and can really significantly affect that. So don't wait on that. It may seem like, hey, I'm just starting out, I'm going to be making more money later, it'll be easier to save money later, but that's actually the opposite. The money you put away now is going to be working longer for you and will get you financially independent, or at least safe. In addition to investing, saving, you should have or work towards having a 3 to 6 month both emergency or opportunity fund or account. So that's where you look at your monthly expenditures and say, hey, you know what, if things go bad and I lose my job or something happens, somebody gets sick, I need to, and income stops for a while, you're able to weather that flow. And the flip side, if an opportunity comes by where you say, hey, you know what, I have the opportunity to either purchase property, or get involved in an investment, or whatever it might be, having those funds available is another bit of good advice. Biggest thing is being intentional. Pray about it. If there's a big expense, pray about what you should do about it. If there's a small expense, pray about, hey, do I really need this? There's a little book called The Millionaire Next Door, and it talks about how over time those little decisions you make can have a significant impact on your finances. So I think that's it. But with that, I'll leave you with a dad joke that I heard this week. What did the dad skunk say to the baby skunks as they were walking to church one day? He said, "Let us spray." So with that, love you guys. Hope this is worthwhile. I'll try and send more of these. Love you. Have a wonderful day. God bless.